All right, folks, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing the metric hand activity, also known as the measure like an Egyptian activity. And the reason we call it that is a lot of times back in the Egyptian days, they used to measure things by hand. So something was 1 hand big or 2 hands big or 12 hands big. You'll see at the bottom here we have a data table. We're going to be measuring the hand span, the palm span, index width, thumb width, and hand length. First thing you need to do is simply take your hand here, and you can hold and trace your hand in any direction that you want. It doesn't really matter. You might want to think ahead as to what you might want to turn your hand into later, and that might determine the orientation of your paper. But anyway, I'm just going to do it this way, and I'm going to use a Sharpie so that you can see it better. You'll probably want to use a pencil. And you simply trace your hand like you did back in elementary school. There you go. Kind of looks like the Hamburger Helper. Simply close off your wrist there. And what you want to do is you want to mark off the 5 measurements that we're going to be making. Now the hand span goes from the outside of your pinky to the outside of the thumb. So that'll be a measurement you need to make. And then the next one is the palm span. That goes from the side of your palm to the inside of the thumb here, like that. That's the palm span. Number 3 is the width of the index finger. Your index finger is your pointer finger. We want to measure the width of that. Next, we're going to need the thumb width. That's the width of the thumb. It's pretty self-explanatory. And lastly, the hand length. And from that, you're going to go from the tip of your middle finger down to the bottom of your wrist. So we're going to measure each of these. The directions tell us to measure them in millimeters. Now, if you look at the ruler, our ruler is in centimeters. And each of these little lines in here is 1 millimeter. And if you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's actually 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. So we're going to be measuring in millimeters. So if something is 1.5 centimeters, for example, we would be writing down 15 millimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and do one of them for you. I will go ahead and do the width of the index finger, and it looks like it's 24 millimeters. So the width of the index finger is 24 millimeters. Let me see if I can get in there a little closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. So once you've got all of them done, measured in millimeters, we then need to convert to centimeters. Well, if there's 24 millimeters and there's 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, how many centimeters is that? Well, to convert, you just move the decimal point once to the left. So the decimal point right now is right there. So to convert, you go 1 to the left, so it would be 2.4. Now, once you've got all those converted, it's time to convert to decimeters, and there are 10 centimeters in 1 decimeter. So again, we need to move the decimal point to the right, and that gives me 0.24 decimeters. Once you've got all those done, that's the science part of this activity, and now it's time to move on to the creative arts side of this activity. You need to turn this ugly looking hand into something that might win you a prize. We're going to have a contest. Here's some things that people have done in the past. As you can see, I can still see their hand. I can still see their measurement lines so that I can go back and check their measurements, but they've turned it into something creative. Here's another one. They thought that their hand looked like a desert island. Here's another one. The top 3 of every class will win a prize. So you want to make yours as creative as possible. And here's another one, New York City. So, you've got the rest of the period to work on this. Anything you don't finish is homework, and it'll be due first thing tomorrow, so go to it.